Hello, ladies and gentlemen. The Temple of Time! Oh my god, it's the Temple of Time! This is so amazing! Oh my god, this is another Zelda game and it was from my childhood. I'm so happy. Why? Oh, sorry, it's bad. Dragonfly. Come here, Dragonfly. Ugh. Bane of my existence will be those dragonflies. Maybe I bait them with nectar and promise of treats. Oh, there. Yep. Oh, use the beetle. Use the beetle. Use the beetle, Luke. That wasn't actually in Star Wars, but he did say use the Force, so it's kind of the same thing. Okay, so. Ooh, fancy. And, scary bad guy. Oh, come on. I gotta actually feed my arm into this. There we go. Yes! Oh, barely took a hit. We're gonna get this Flower of the Past. I love how they've stopped giving me the prompt. Go across. Go! Okay, cool. Thank you. Now, this is basically turning into the quest to find where the next crystal is. Alright. So how's everybody doing? I hope everyone is enjoying this part so far. Or at the very least, enjoying my parts in general. For those of you who have stuck around since the beginning, thank you. I appreciate that. I notice a lot of comments from a lot of very similar people. A lot of the same people. A lot of people are being really supportive, and I appreciate it beyond belief that there are actually people who go out of their way to leave comments every couple of videos, or at least watch a good chunk of I don't even care what playthrough. And it seems I've got a good following. People actually care about Zelda, a lot like me too, and I appreciate it. Already, I haven't been doing this very long, and I'm overwhelmed at times when I'm I got 2 comments, 2 people went out of their way to say anything, even the occasional, you suck. I haven't had too many of those, but I don't even mind that. It's the fact that someone cares that much, or I did something that gives someone rise or opinion or feeling, whether it be dislike or acceptance or general disdain. So let's see, what do we have here? There's a huge crystal in here. I can already see. It's probably lights up the whole freaking area or something crazy. So we're gonna try dive. Oh, it's like they knew. Oh no, I have a better idea. Okay, we're going to launch you. We now know how to drop stuff. So we're gonna rise up above the clouds, so to speak. Not really. The Temple of Time. This is interesting. What? Oh, it's one of those. They're not being very lenient. Speaking of the temple, oh my god! Oh, that's terrible. Oh, that's just brutal. That's beyond mean. Careful. Oh, that was horrible. Speaking of the Temple of Time, Nintendo has finally released an official timeline. Now, there are going to be videos out there already that better discuss what that means for the series as a whole. But I found it interesting. The big, I think, thing that I've been talking to some Zelda fans and friends alike is that, okay, I'm gonna have some fun with this. I gotta hit this thing while moving. Okay, so anyways, the thing I found with Zelda fans and my friends and whatnot is, oh, there we go, I got it. Am I gonna be set back? Oh. Okay. Is it on a timer? I really hope not. Okay. Okay, good for you. Okay, cool. Made it to the other side. What I've been finding is there's a general lack, I'd say confusion with the fact, for for those of you who don't know, there's always been this sense of a split timeline theory, and all that is to say is in Ocarina of Time being the focal point of the series. Those of you, spoiler alert, who don't know, oh, that guy. Oh, hello. Okay, that's good for you. What happens is that you, as a child, unleash the Master Sword and basically fast forward 7 years into the future, and over that 7 years, Hyrule is completely ravished. And what that means is that everything is in pretty much chaos, and you have to, stop it from happening. Now, oh, no, I picked it up. Just store it. Oh, it's because I'm full. Okay. Anyways, so what ends up happening is there's always a split timeline theory. There's when there's a theory that if Link there's a timeline that's created, like Link goes back in time at the end and leaves himself out of one of the timelines, basically. So imagine this: he defeats Ganon, he goes back in time, and that time period continues on. And then he's got another timeline where he continues on as a child. Now we're going to interrupt here to say,
good to see you, bud. Seems like you pop up everywhere, though I am one to talk. Anyway, bud, there's something I'm trying to tell you. It's the discovery of the century. This is a sacred place known as the Temple of Time. I could not believe my eyes when I saw a human who lived on the legendary Isle of the Goddess. It wore clothes just like the ones written about in the ancient manuscript, and it looked just like you, bud. They came with another person, and they entered the temple. I wanted to chase after them, but then there was an explosion all of a sudden, and the entrance, well, you can see for yourself. I do not think we are getting past this mess. I just wish we could find a way what is happening on the other side.
okay, big bomb. Gotta do something with, okay, that was a pretty simple answer. So, what ends up happening is you've got that, it became the split timeline theory, where Wind Waker happened on one timeline, and then, Majora's Mask happened, as a direct sequel to the child timeline, but is not a sequel to the adult timeline. And that was seen as sort of the major... Oh, shoot. Can't bomb it out of the way. Can I? Can I just move it? Is it like purposely trying to make this into a little bit more of a... Oh, man. Good times. So that was the major theory for the longest time. Nothing? Probably nothing. Yeah, nothing. Okay, so I gotta figure out another option. Let's try... Okay, there's a bomb. Bomb plans on the other... Oh, here it is. So I'll try doing this. So, what ends up happening is that Nintendo, after many years, decides that they're finally going to release the official timeline. It was a few months after Skyward Sword came out. I think it was only about a month or 2 months ago. And in that timeline, alright, this is what you do. What they ended up coming up with, or at least, a couple or one person ended up deciding, was to figure out, because there's a lot of discrepancy, and there's a couple of, issues here and there for why the adult and the child timeline really can't work, and it created a lot of issue as to which games fit where. And so I think in a way to try and avoid one person being like, I'm right? They did a split timeline theory, but what they offered us was an option to basically it was a 3 split timeline. So there's one timeline where basically Link succeeds as an adult and continues on. There's one timeline where Link continues on as a child, as I previously talked about. Oh, come on, I've switched sides. Oh, come off of it. Okay, so you're just being a baller at this point. What is wrong with you? Oh, there we go. Oh, man. I got an ornamental skull. Great. So what ends up happening is that they also said that there's a third timeline where Link... keep in mind, this is translated from... oh, gotta interrupt myself here.
That was scary. Thanks for helping me. This is the Temple of Time. Within is the sacred gate of time made by the goddess. It's my job to patrol outside the temple. If you want to reach the gate of time, you will need to pass through that door. You need another way in. Fool weep. Well, mining facility and the Temple of Time are connected underground. And mining facility is right here.
Don't make me backtrack. Oh, you're making me backtrack.
It looks inaccurate. I'm going to fix it for you.
What? Okay.
Mining facility is just ahead. Good luck.
Okay, so... Oh, I swore. A report, Master Link. The map you possess corresponds to the actual terrain of this area with only 35% accuracy. The robot you met earlier modified your map to show past terrain that is now submerged below the thick sand. Ah, I see. So, as I was saying, they offered a third theory where Link does not succeed. Now, this is a translation from, of course, a Japanese magazine, an official Japanese magazine from Nintendo. So, there leaves a little to be decided where they say, what if Link dies? It's kind of out of nowhere. Excuse me. But it does fit. It does, I found it pretty well, explained a lot of the issues that people had with like the timeline theories and all that good stuff. But I found that what it is the third timeline where it's like, what if Link fails? Oh, okay. I gotta prepare for that. I'm gonna try again, just so that I get that cool little block. So what it is it's not if Link died. It's, imagine now, and this is getting a little deep, especially for without visual, explanation. So it might be a little hard to follow, but imagine, the three timelines as follows. There's timeline A, B, and C. In timeline A, Link goes to the future. He never returns. Ganon is allowed to do whatever the heck he wants, right? And then... that correspondingly means Link is defeated because he doesn't come back. He just goes to the future and never comes back. Timeline B is where Link comes back as a child, right? So he's come back, right, and created a brand new timeline that has him coming back. And then we also have the third timeline, of course, where he succeeds as an adult, and that time continues to go on. And that's my understanding, especially because it's from Japan, and so it's not the best English translation, especially with stuff like that. And I don't think there's too many people who would agree. Like, it probably does say if Link dies or Link fails, right? But my understanding is that the split timeline theory is basically saying that when Link travels in time, he's creating three timelines. He's not just, you know, dying in one randomly. That to me seems stupid and infallible, when it makes a lot more sense if you were to say that simply traveling through time and removing yourself from that timeline, you know, in the first place, removes you completely. And when Link returns as a child, he's in fact joining a separate timeline. So that's that story. I totally went over time. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next part, and hopefully that wasn't too confusing. But if not, subscribe. I'm smart. Oh boy.